Jameela Jamil, everybody. Have you always been really weird? The right moment. When you leave the orgy.
Yeah.
Leave the orgy behind, manifest your reality. David Ghiyam, everybody.
She's the type of person that...
Do you want to move in with me? Because I would like to. What if you don't? Like, is it okay to go through your whole life and just fuck around? That was another topic we were going to discuss. There's no point in doing that. You talk a lot about a soul correction. How do we even find out what our soul correction is? I've had a challenge figuring that out. What does she have to do to like fix everything?
This is clearly a man's cock up.
So actually, wisdom, health, happiness, love, each one of us are meant to receive this.
Plastic cock in my hand.
This is a really intimate table.
Welcome to the future of late night. 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Good Night with Ben Gleib. Tonight we have Jameela Jamil, spiritual teacher David Ghiyam, and comedians Amy Miller and Mary Lynn Rajskub, and our amazing house band, Keith Harris and the Two-Piece Spicy. And now, the guy who's still not sure if I'm gonna keep doing this intro or not, it's Ben Gleib.
Welcome. Thank you for being here. How's everybody feeling tonight? Welcome to our in-person audience of my friends that came here to support. Round of applause for yourselves. Welcome to our worldwide virtual audience that is joining us from around planet Earth. Let's make some noise for them. This is our third week, and we just keep improving. Last week, we had better ratings than Stephen Colbert. He's canceled, for the record, just for the record, if that's not clear. But we actually, in real news, just crossed 3 million views across platforms in just 2 weeks. Not bad. And my girlfriend is here tonight, 3 weeks in, and she has not left. I know someone lost a call she bet over that one. Ariana Grande secretly broke up with her longtime boyfriend and reportedly, who gives a fuck? Mariska Hargitay and Chris Maloney, or as fans know them, Benson and Stabler, were spotted together cheering on the Knicks. Also, sports analysts are saying the Spurs season is done. According to the New York Times, by September, 14 states here in America will allow legally assisted suicide. Considering our economy's not doing well and a few other issues here at home that have made people not want to visit lately, this is great news for domestic tourism. We're back, baby. But for anybody struggling here in America, for real, don't forget you can always dial 988, the suicide prevention hotline. And for those of you in other countries, come visit. Just this weekend, thousands of residents in Connecticut lost power after a 3,000 square foot American flag flew into a power line. Metaphor much? Air leaks on the ISS recently, the International Space Station, forced astronauts to seek emergency shelter. Russian cosmonaut Dmitry Romanov responded by saying, "Why have window if no use window? Why have that handle for rolling down?" Because in that joke, the space shuttle has one of those old rolling down windows. If anybody has any questions, please do chime in. Great. A Somali soccer referee was denied entry to the U.S. for the World Cup because of Trump's broad travel ban. Go home, which is now apparently our official immigration policy. I take a drink break after political jokes. It calms me down. In other news, people are now blaming phones for birth rates being down. We used to think it was that phones gave us radiation in men's pockets, but turns out they're just better than fucking. Speaking of phones, remember you can join our virtual audience and be part of the show at any time, any episode. You might get to ask our guests a question or be featured as a guest on the show. Go to makeitagoodnight.com and join these fine people on the screens. What up, Mad Ones? Also, our Patreon is live at patreon.com/goodnightwithbengleib. Check that out. The Pope met Bad Bunny this week. And the fact that we could not come up with a good joke for it speaks to how insane the world is right now. Our next story. A man was attacked by an alligator after fleeing Louisiana police. That's right, the man's evening just kept getting better and better. Especially considering that on 13 occasions this year alone, the Louisiana police have been seen crawling out of a lake on all fours.
Gator food.
Did you just sing a song about a man being eaten by an alligator?
We did indeed. And here's the rest of it, Ben.
Oh, okay.
When you're feeling in the mood for something really rude, you're gator food. Gator food.
I love that. That was so weird. That's the band, everybody. John Basinger, a man who memorized all 12 books of Paradise Lost, died at 92 years old. Reports are that his memorial service is still going. I don't know, because presumably somebody's still reading quotes. We're going to cut it. Health risks of alcohol accelerate after 1 drink a day, study finds. You know what? Studies are real buzzkills. Studies show that people who do studies are no fun at parties. Studies show 9 out of 10 people are glad you went home. How about one time you do a study on how much more fun everyone's night is when you have more than 1 drink? How about a study on how for the first time ever I'm able to relax around others? Cars for Kids can officially continue broadcasting ads in California, an appeals court says, despite it being discovered that it is a New Jersey nonprofit only funneling the money for religious programming and matchmaking services. They were also found guilty of having the worst and most catchy jingle in TV history. And they weren't even giving cars to kids this whole time? You're telling me we had to hear that fucking song for decades in these like haunting children's voices? And you weren't giving no cars to no kids? This whole time, I kept giving up all my extra cars so 8-year-olds could drive. What kind of scam is this? 1877, that's fucked up. Go fuck yourself today. On the show tonight, we have internationally loved spiritual teacher David Ghiyam, everybody. We have one of the stars of The Good Place and Marvel's She-Hulk. It's Jameela Jamil is here, everybody. You might know her Comedy Central YouTube channel stand-up special. It's Amy Miller's with us on our roundtable. And also on the roundtable, one of the stars of 24 with Kiefer Sutherland and Mr. Show with Bob and David. It's Mary Lynn Rajskub is with us, everybody. Very exciting. And we will also, by the way, be joined at the end of this show, as always, by Leedy Corbin. Let's say a quick hello to Leedy, the very talented artist and cartoonist who is drawing this show live, as always. Hi, Leeds.
Ben.
You're already hard at work, huh?
Yeah, don't make me draw anything cursed, please.
Okay, fair enough. We will check back in with you at the end of the show. That's Leedy Corbin, and this is the band Reggie Red Johnson and Lance Tolbert. It's Keith Harris and the 2-piece Spicy.
Where you wanna be? In the house tonight. In the house tonight. I said, where you wanna be? In the house tonight. You're in the house tonight. Cause we're here to have a good night. A good night. Cause we're here to have a good night. A good night.
And everybody. My first guest is a writer, activist, and actor who was one of the stars of The Good Place, Marvel's She-Hulk, and the Netflix movie People We Meet on Vacation. She's also the host of the award-winning hit podcast Wrong Turns with Jameela Jamil. Please welcome Jameela Jamil, everybody. Yeah! Hello. Thank you for coming.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Really good.
Brought my bag, sorry.
Why you do that? You think somebody's
Just
gonna rob you here?
Ice.
Because of ice?
Yes.
You're afraid ice is
Always
gonna come
ready
in
for
and
ice.
steal your bag?
Yeah, I've got my green card.
I love that. Okay, good. You have something on your tooth, you have like a lipstick on your tooth, and it's gone now probably.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, you look good.
Thank you.
I regret that face. Do you?
No.
You feel good about it?
Yeah.
I love that. Welcome to America. How long have you been here?
Only 10 years.
Okay, I should probably stop welcoming you then.
Yeah. No, I love it.
You do like it here?
Yeah.
Being welcomed or here in America?
Being welcomed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How you feel about America? Pretty good?
I feel like I love America, but I'm sad about what's happening.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, she's a lady.
Yes.
I understand. Lady Liberty.
Lady Liberty, yeah, is in her luteal phase.
That's right. That's correct. That's correct. You lied about your acting experience to start your career. Can you tell me about this?
Yeah, I've lied about every career I've ever had to get in. I'm sort of what in England we would call a blagger, which is a bullshitter
Oh,
in
I like
America.
that. Sounds fancier in British.
Yeah, well, I'd never acted before, and they sent me to the Good Place audition, and I didn't want my agents to look bad. So when they were like, do you have any acting experience? I was like, I was on the stage in England, which is technically true. It sounds like I've done like theatre in the West
Yeah, it
End,
does.
but I stood on a stage at primary school when I was 7.
Oh, you.
Playing Tree Number 3.
You were a
in
tree.
Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Technically not a lie.
Yeah.
It's just that it's harder to Google.
I get that.
And then I got the role.
I love
So,
that.
Yeah. Sorry,
Your-
Mike Schur.
What was your audition like? How did you actually get the role? Did you?
The actual audition was like 3 auditions, each one getting more and more progressively terrifying with more and more important people in the room. But my second audition in particular was a fucking disaster. Can I say fuck?
You can.
Well, it's happened now.
And you did.
Yeah.
There's no taking it
No.
back. No turning around now.
No, exactly. My boyfriend broke up with me like 15 minutes before I had to start getting ready. We were just in a very tumultuous. We're still together now, 12 years later. So
Ooh.
what a son of a bitch.
That's not cool. But it worked.
Completely needless.
But it worked for you.
It
so
did give
maybe-
me an edge, I think, maybe. But I
yeah.
was super stressed out and I was really running late, and so I had to like wash my hair and make it look all fancy because I was playing this very fancy aristocrat. And I have, because I'd been on television since I was like 22 and I was 30 at this point, I had never curled my own hair before because I hadn't had to because I was very privileged.
You have
lucky.
curlers. Yeah, you have curlers
so,
built in.
Yeah, people, humans. Yeah,
Human
so
curlers.
I would. So
Olympians
but I
curling
was
for
living
you.
with this like gorgeous model, and she had all the shit in her room, and I was like, "Can I borrow your hair curler?" She was like, "Sure." There's a tong in the bedroom, and she tells me where it is. So I go and get it, and I open it up, and it's like bright pink, and then I open the box, and what's inside is also bright pink and kind of the same shape, but also kind of not the same shape. And I'm like, "Well, it's got these ridges going round." So I was like, "That must be where the hair goes." So then I think, "Oh wow, it's wireless. That's so cool." And then I press it on after I've wrapped my hair around it, and then it just goes like. At which point I realise I have her plastic cock in my hair. So that was pretty great.
A
And then I had
dildo
to
was
re-wash my hair because there was like
Oh, that
pussy
makes
juice
sense.
in it.
Because of the, on account of the pussy juice.
On account of pussy juice.
But
yeah.
her pussy juice helped you book the big break
Honestly,
of your career.
my career has only gone downhill since. So I need to return to the source. But yeah, she essentially got me that job, her and being dumped at the same time. But I was super late, unbelievably stressed, blacked out during the audition, and came back into my body telling a really inappropriate story that had nothing to do with the audition. I clearly had some sort of like psychotic episode in there. And I came back into my body in the middle of this sentence that was like, and my boyfriend was so posh that when he would come, he would say, hoorah! And Mike Schur is just there, like, and Morgan and like Drew Goddard and like all these like legends of television were like, okay, well, thank you so much for coming in. And I was like, oh my God.
That was the anecdote
And
that you
was
chose
not-
in some sort of
That was
an
not my
altered
boyfriend
state.
James who says that when he comes. That was a boyfriend I'd had long before.
That was Al
just to be
Pacino.
clear.
Hoo-ah.
Yeah. It was a Hugh
for you.
Grant. Yeah.
It was Hugh Grant. Whoopsie daisies. Who even says whoopsie daisies? You love
I
Hugh
love
Grant?
that. I love Hugh Grant.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. He's the love of my life.
Is that right?
Aside from my actual love
You
of my
could
life.
easily, all you have to do is like walk on the street in Hollywood Boulevard. He might
No,
stop.
man, like I fucking met him coming out of the toilet on a train. So that is the worst way because you have to,
the
you then
worst.
are held responsible for the day's smells.
That's correct.
You know, so
That's
when
correct.
you are walking out of that bathroom, so I walk out and he's there and I'm like, this is my hands are wet and like all sorts of smell has surrounded me that I had not created, but I was enveloped in it. And then I met
Yes.
him and I just walked past him without even making eye contact, was like, I love you so fucking much. And I just
You
kept
said that?
walking, yeah.
And you didn't even wait for the response?
No, I just kept walking and then I sneakily looked back and he was laughing to himself and I was like, great, that's it. That's all I ever need.
This was a lot like in my life when I was one time doing a morning show and I was in the restroom and it was not locked apparently, and Margot Robbie walked in on me in the restroom, who's like everyone's dream, right? Very exciting. And she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, no, it's quite, you want to come in? I don't know if you're welcome. But I didn't say that, but I thought it. And then she was outside, but then I ran into her in the hallway afterward And to me, this was like this great bonding moment. So I saw her and I was like, hey, that was funny. And she was like, it's okay. Just like, was not interested in bonding over that moment at all.
Can you imagine how many men in her lifetime have tried to get her to come into the toilet with them?
It's true.
So.
But she really came in after me. I think maybe there was an ulterior motive there. I don't know.
Sure. Likely tale.
I don't know if you're clumsy, but you get hurt a lot.
Yeah, I'm very clumsy.
You get injured.
Yeah, but like,
on
look
sets.
at my.
Well, stop doing that. Stop it. You look like you're like
Put your erection away.
Oh my God. I mean, you could murder a man with a hand job. How are you? What are you doing?
And I have.
There are bodies.
Serial erection killer.
That's why you had to leave England.
Yeah, I'm on the run. That's why I have my bag. Yeah, very, very clumsy.
Tell me your worst injury
prone.
on a set.
Oh God, I broke my nose and lost my front teeth on camera. There's a video of it on YouTube. If you Google Jameela Jamil orange rock corpse, there's a.
I do Google that a lot,
yeah,
not even knowing that existed.
I know. It's a challenging wank, but it's worth it.
All the best ones are.
So I was play fighting with a pop star, and then he chased me, and there was plastic on the ground, and it wasn't taped down. So I slipped on it and landed with my face, using my face, which is I think how you're supposed to do it, right? You land, you use your face to break the fall. So I did, yeah.
Your teeth look great now.
Thanks. You can still see it's still the same tooth. I got 3/4 of it broke off, and now I've just got a line across from where it was glued on.
Have you always been really weird?
Yeah.
I like that about
Unfortunately,
you.
yeah, a big school shooter energy until I was like 25. Yeah.
That's an interesting energy to have if you're not going to actually do it. Like,
Didn't get
it's
fingers
fine.
until I was 23.
You didn't get fingers until you were 23? I didn't lose my virginity until I was like really 23. Just the tip 21, really lost at 23.
Yeah. Same.
We've lived such parallel lives.
I know.
That's beautiful. I love that. Okay, good.
Why'd you bring up my clumsiness?
I wanted
Did
to
you
hear.
beef with me?
Well, I just think you need to like get it together. At this point in your life, you're a grown woman now.
Are you not clumsy? You have a clumsy vibe.
I do. I can see
do
that, but
have a
I'm not actually
clumsy
not clumsy. I
vibe.
don't. Even though right now my chair is kind of like rolling a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm not clumsy really.
No.
No.
I
Does that
have all
disappoint
kinds
you?
of. But we had so much in common up until now.
That's true.
Yeah.
You want me to knock some shit over?
Yeah. Fuck it. Let's no.
It's my Johnny Carson mug. I almost knocked it over, and I already had to re-glue it. It's glued on. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's not a particularly interesting anecdote. It's very interesting to me because you are very clumsy, yet you're also seem to be very comfortable in your own skin. You spend a lot of time encouraging people to be comfortable in their own skin. I'm curious, what's something that you're still learning to accept about yourself or about your own body or just whatever?
Nothing really.
Okay, well,
I
next
have
question then.
I have a very I'm 40 years old. I look quite young for my age,
You look like
and I
you're
don't have
you look like you're 15 or 20.
I don't have Botox.
Not a great gauge.
But
of
I
age,
don't. But I don't have like Botox or filler. But I do have the arse of a 90-year-old man.
Oh, is that right?
And I think it
so
is
sorry
like
to
you know
hear
the
that.
Dorian Gray like painting in the basement. I feel like it's all in my arse.
Wow.
Yeah. So like everything else, young, tight, boobs up, arse dead.
Not a good ass.
It is dead. I moonwalk after sex, like to the bathroom.
You walk- You're walking backwards so nobody
Annie,
can
are you
see.
okay? Yeah, that's
I
how
get that.
Yeah, it's
Doggy style's not your partner's favorite position.
No. Soggy style, that's what.
Soggy style. That is a sex position that will not catch on.
Intrusive thoughts. Sorry.
Oh my God, and you have tape coming out of your
I
thing right there.
know.
You're falling apart.
I know.
Oh my God, have
It's
you
like
thought
that
of...
becomes her. Like it's like
It
a bit
is.
of
You're gonna be holding your
skin,
chest in a moment.
I'm actually 89 years old.
Have you thought about a BBL?
No, I can't be bothered.
Yeah, but it would like really round out the package.
No, it goes against everything I stand for. I'm accepting myself.
that.
I told you, when I turned 40, it was a couple of months ago, I had a little think to myself on my actual birthday, and I was like, I am the exact shitbag I hoped I would be by this age. And I really stand by that. So as a human, I feel like this is the best I can get to.
Fair
and
enough.
I accept myself. Soggy old arsenal. But it's why my boyfriend's songs are so sad.
because of he has to look at
My
that a
arse,
lot.
yeah, because he lives with it.
You guys
so.
produced and wrote his last album together.
We did, yeah.
Amazing. One of the big songs that came out of it, obviously, the big Trying Times was the big
Yeah,
hit song.
yeah.
You guys, what's your
The
writing?
album's called Trying Times as well.
Right, yeah, because a lot of people like don't get creative with the album title.
No,
Just steal a song
yeah,
title.
just any old shit from the album. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like you can come up with great titles, but what's your writing process like?
He starts the song, and then I start sort of nagging him around the middle, is how I would say, and then we only start having screaming matches towards the end. So it's very fun for everyone involved.
Is it a good idea to work with your partner? Because
We do actually
it seems
work
like a
really well
nightmare.
together. I would say there were only 3 major, like, are they actually going to kill each other fights throughout the entire record. And considering that's across like 2 years,
That's not bad.
not bad.
That's
But
not
we
bad
do
at all.
work really well together because we have very similar taste.
Okay.
I consider my role to be running around with a bucket, just capturing his genius. So, you know, and then putting it together.
really
Oh,
sweet.
shut up.
I wonder if we have a question for you from our virtual audience. Let me see if Caroline sent me anything. Hold on. Okay, yes. I would like to go for a question to you from our virtual audience from Alex and Michelle Zajac, if we could please go to them. And we have a question coming to you from, where are you guys, DC? We don't hear you at all. You might need to unmute, or it might be on our end.
I heard a thing.
Can you hear us?
I
Yes.
can, yeah.
Okay.
We're from Washington, D.C. To answer your
Hello,
question.
I love
I already said
Washington.
that.
Hello. So our question was, I know on your Instagram you've talked recently about trying to look for positives given kind of the crazy state of the world presently.
Mm-hmm.
So what is something that has brought you joy recently?
Oh, dogs, and then very separately, wanking.
You don't want to combine those activities.
No, it's very important to separate them. But I feel as though, if we could all, my slogan for the world is "Don't hate, masturbate."
I love that.
I can tell that all of the men starting the wars, because it is all men, are just not wanking enough.
You should have to masturbate pre-war. I think that's probably a good policy.
100%. It's like,
for
because
sure.
there's no PNC going on in the UN, like right now.
What's
This is
PNC?
Post-nut clarity.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
It is very important.
It's a chemical release,
Should
like
women call it wanking when women do it? It feels like, what are you wanking? You're not really wanking it.
I mean, I don't know what else to call it. It's all the same old ridiculous, undignified shit. But did that answer your... Oh, they've gone. Never mind.
That answer. We're getting thumbs up from them over there. Okay, that's a great answer. Thank you for the question. Excellent question. I love that a lot. Why do you like acting? You seem like somebody that would do more important things.
I like it because it's a very easy way to make money.
I get
And
that.
when people like sort of egg it on and like turn it into, like months and months and method and all this, it's like, I think that's because they feel embarrassed about how easy it is. So then they're trying to make a bigger deal of it, and you're like, fucking come on, man. Like
Right,
the
you just have
words
to,
are
like,
already
pretend
great.
some
Just
shit.
like turn up, say
Yeah.
the lines that someone really, really, really talented wrote, and you're lucky, and then bring something to that.
Yes.
Obviously, I'm not Laurence Olivier, so I can't really speak, but I have been around the best. And like Ted Danson is not just walking around being like, I'm a demon. He's just like,
He's like, what are the
just
damn
chill,
lines? Let's
and then
go.
he switches on and the
Right.
camera goes on. So I'm like, he's a legend. If he can do that, everyone else needs to fuck off.
Yeah, I get that.
A little bit.
Actors talking so much. Like, no other artist talks as
About
loftily
the work.
about the work, and you're just memorizing
Stop calling it
some
the
shit.
work,
The work.
as if you're going down the mine.
What you have to do is just become as honest as possible and just like bring to life the moments. Like, you're just repeating shit.
I don't know how I would ever cope at one of those like sort of round
Actors'
tables.
round tables?
I don't know how I would.
hopefully you don't get a
I would
nomination, then you don't have to
offend
worry about it.
It's never going to happen.
Okay,
I
good.
never have to worry like, oh, I hope the Hollywood Reporter leaves me alone. Go away, the Academy Awards.
Well, I mean, it's interesting because you're like famously like anti-media and celebrity culture, yet you've made your career through media and celebrity culture. Like, is that
But largely
Is
by
that a
telling everyone to fuck off.
that's true.
Do you know what I mean? I don't know
But
how
do
I
you
have
ever
a career.
feel sort of like, it's an interesting contradiction. Do you ever feel like trapped by that? Like you still are working in the system, then you talk shit about it, then you're going on an audition or trying to get a role. Is it weird? Do people think she's just going to talk shit about us? She's going to be a pain in the ass?
I think if you know you're not a cunt, then you can hire me. And so I feel like the people that hire me are just people who know that
non-cunts.
they're not going to do anything really egregious.
Right.
And so, you know, I've managed to ward off all the egregious people. Met Harvey Weinstein, didn't try anything, bit rude.
I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know the
I
response.
give off a vibe of like, do not, you know, I will create trouble. But no, I've had a great time, and I shockingly have a very good reputation within the industry, because the things I kick off about are very like basic human rights.
Right.
But I consider myself very much so a Trojan horse of using the stuff that I have, the platform, to try and, you know, talk about important things like wanking.
Yeah.
Wanking for war.
Which
wanking against war.
Wanking against war. Wow. It's a good movement. I think it's really good.
It's like a Christopher Walken. Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow. We're touching, we're wanking. Careful. Oh, man, the way you touch yourself, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Careful. I understand. Thank you for saying that I could do the impression. I went on too long with it.
It tapered off.
I tapered off at the end. Yeah, I just kind of got excited and I started looking at my cards.
Started really well, yeah.
Thank you so much.
It became sad.
What's a belief that you held at 25 years old, say, that you totally disagree with today?
What's a belief that I held at 25?
Yeah, that's what I asked the question. Why are you repeating the question?
Because I'm trying to ask myself that question now.
You want to ask yourself the
Do you
question?
know I have no internal monologue? Do you have an internal monologue?
Oh, I do, yeah. I mean, I say a lot of it out loud.
Do you
but
all have
none of
internal
it?
monologues?
You have none of
This
it.
shit is empty. It's like I'm like hello, and it goes hello, 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 hello. It's just there's nothing going on.
This explains a lot of your social media presence.
Totally,
It does.
because like when I speak, I'm as surprised as everyone else. Like it's the first time I've
You're
heard
like, wow,
that
I'm blocking
as
that
well.
girl.
And you know, only 30% of people have no internal monologue. Yeah. It's crazy. Another way in which I am a minority. But yeah, no thought. So I have to ask myself the question, because I'm
Copy
like,
that.
is there anyone in there?
So 25.
What's something I believed at 25? That being thin could make me happy.
Interesting. And that,
What a lie.
that didn't work out
No,
for
it made
you.
my stylist really happy, but it made me fucking miserable, and I couldn't shag, and I was lonely and sad, and my hair fell out, and I just felt like shit all the time. And it's not a dream body if it's a nightmare to maintain it. So
Beautifully said.
that's something that I learned, and so now I live, which is great.
That's really beautiful.
Yeah, with my old ass.
I love that about you. And I just picture you like content, walking nude from behind, and just it's like looks like an old man that's just walking wistfully looking over a cliff.
Yeah, but if I were to walk, if people were to see me from behind, they'd be like, "Excuse me, sir.
Sir,
Can
put
you
your
please
pants
put
on."
your pants
So sorry.
It's honestly, it's party up front, cemetery at the back.
I get that.
It's crazy.
Listen, what if like we get a fund together to get you a BBL, but it goes like we raise a bunch more and it goes to charity?
Not having a fucking BBL.
I'm just raising money for charity.
No,
with this
no,
idea.
no, no, no,
Okay,
no.
well, for charity,
No,
be
otherwise
damned.
James's songs won't be sad. That's his whole thing.
He's gonna write all ass-based songs.
Yes.
And people like, I love it when the booty
You
goes.
know, he did a song with Travis Scott,
Yeah.
and like Travis was dating Kylie, and James was dating me, and Travis is like singing about, and they're both singing about their girlfriends together, which is so cute. And like and Travis is just like, ass better than a peach, and like fucking her on the beach. And then James is like, she's a very nice person and a good listener. And after that, I was like, yeah, okay. Well, it's not getting any better than this.
Fair enough. I think
Yeah.
you've done pretty well for yourself. We have a rapid fire round of questions
Oh
for
God,
you.
that's a disaster.
I know, I'm sorry about that, but we do have to go through it.
Okay.
And these have right and wrong answers, just so you know. Try to keep your answers to 5-10 seconds if you can. Jameela Jamil, rapid fire begins now. What's the most unhinged thing you've done because of a crush?
Oh, I once agreed to play a DJ gig just for Hugh Grant alone on a golf course.
That is correct. What's a hill you're willing to die on, or a Notting Hill, as it were?
What's a hill I'm willing to die on? Fuck. What's a hill I'm willing to die on? I don't know. There are no hills I'll die on. There are.
You'd rather die on flat land.
I'd rather die on flat land.
That's fair, that's correct.
No, wait. What's a
No.
hill I'd be willing to die on?
Yeah,
A hill I'd be
I don't
willing
know,
to die on.
Take your time. I don't know that you have to be doing Asian eyes while you're doing that. I don't know why. It's very cancelable.
Okay, fine. The beauty standard to be thin and forever young was set by paedophile elites.
Oh, interesting. Damn, way to throw it down on that rapid fire answer.
Let's go.
Correct.
Correct.
That's correct. London or America?
London, sorry.
Okay. Hurtful. Fame or anonymity?
Anonymity.
That's not correct. It's very important to be famous. Yeah, that's the sound you get when you get questions wrong. If your friends were describing your life with a movie title, what would it be?
Well, it was going to be 40-Year-Old Virgin, but then someone finally had sex with me. I don't know, Armageddon?
Your life is just Bruce Willis going down in an elevator waving to his child.
Or maybe Final Destination, like 11, because like my life has just been running away from like death and disaster.
Which is why you started Wrong Turns, your podcast about
truly,
horrible.
Truly.
I just did your podcast.
It was great. You were great.
Thank you very much. It was a lot of fun. Why did you start a podcast about people's most humiliating moments?
Oh, just because if like anyone comes on and is inspiring online, just like one more person, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Like I'm sick of inspiration. We are watching the end of the world right now. We need commiseration. So I wanted somewhere that I could talk about all the embarrassing things that have happened to me and my favorite funny people, so that people could feel better about their own lives rather than worse. Because something about social media just makes you feel like you're always failing. And I want people to be like, well, I'm not failing as badly as Ben. Jameela.
I'm happy to contribute to that.
So we tell humiliating stories so that people feel less alone in their own fuck-ups.
That is correct.
So it's called Wrong Turns.
Wrong Turns with Jameela Jamil. And of course, follow you at Jameela Jamil on the internet.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Do you have to leave right now?
I don't have to leave right now. I just have to leave.
Do you have like 15 minutes?
I do.
So I can bring our second guest on?
Yes, let's go.
Amazing. That's Jameela Jamil, everybody. My next guest is a globally recognized spiritual teacher and Kabbalah educator. He transforms lives through ancient wisdom applied to modern challenges. He's also the founder of David AI, which has become the #1 AI spiritual coaching platform in the world with millions of questions answered daily. And he hosts the David Ghiyam podcast. Please welcome David Ghiyam, everybody. Yeah. What's up, my brother? Good to see you. David, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I have lots of questions for you.
Okay, I imagine you do.
How you feeling?
I mean, the other room was 100 degrees out there.
I know, we forgot to turn the fan on in the rest of the
now
house.
it's 40, and there's this thing that happens to me when I go from extreme hot. My girlfriend doesn't think this is a thing.
What happens? Your girlfriend's here with us.
Yes, I'm pointing this out to her.
Yes.
When I go from extreme hot.
Does something happen to your penis?
What happens? Is this like a shrinking situation? Is that what happens?
No, that's not.
That's not what it is.
I wasn't thinking about that, but when I go from extreme hot to extreme cold, I sneeze.
Really?
And I said that's a thing,
shit.
and she's like, that's not a thing.
We'll see.
Yeah. Well, no, I sneeze on the.
Oh, you already
yeah,
sneezed.
so-
That's a very strange body habit.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But it's a thing. I do believe it's a thing.
Okay, all right. So talking about
But his
sneezing.
penis is fine and it doesn't change at all.
Absolutely. That's the real beauty of it.
That's the most important.
That is the most important part of it. You teach a lot, David, about.
These questions are very on brand for me.
Yes. I have no idea where to go from that. I'll go to some kind of a transition topic. My girlfriend always gives away her clothes and sheets that she doesn't use after a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
She says they suck up her energy, and she learned it from you. She's a big fan of yours. She studies. David AI helps her get through life. She just moved into this house.
Wait, do you do couples counseling with David AI?
We just did last night for several hours. I barely slept. Swear to God.
Did you really? What was the main challenge?
It's dog related. She's allergic to dogs. And she's also afraid of dogs. And I have a dog. And she willingly moved into this nightmare for her. And
The dog is the nightmare part because you have 25 people in the house at all times.
Yeah, 50 today. Yeah, that's fine for her. It's just the dog issues. And like, it was a real challenge because she thought that like I wasn't making enough space for her in our life, in my life. And I in fact was making all these changes for her to make it so that she actually had the accommodations needed so her health would be prioritized, but she felt like I was prioritizing Henry and my dog's feelings sometimes more than hers. And David AI helped a lot.
What did he say?
I'm with Henry here, and you're a very beautiful, wonderful woman, but I'm always on the dog's side.
I agree.
Wait,
So-
what? You agree?
What did I agree to? I'm so scared. I don't agree. Whatever one you want me to say. David AI, how would you summarize what David AI said?
David AI said that. You want me to summarize it?
Yeah.
that when I go to him with my concerns, I have to also manage his feelings. So I'm like the doctor. I'm like the patient, and I also have to be the doctor, which is
its own kind of role play in a way.
yeah. It said that I have to, because he wants me to always come to him lovingly.
And she shouldn't have to do that. She's managing her own
But when I'm
emotions.
breaking out in hives, it's really difficult.
It's really hard to
Yeah.
show up in the way that he needs you to.
But then also, David AI said that she needs to also work on like directly expressing her needs, because she's like afraid to say certain things to me and not wanting to like ruffle feathers. And so, how am I to know what things she's dealing with?
Wow. So it brought both points of view and helped you have empathy.
It did. So, do you agree, disagree? What would you add on to this?
The best $14 we spent.
Correct.
I mean, I would say, I think that one of the biggest things that we're learning to do as humanity is to understand someone else's point of view. Because in the decades of coaching, I've had so many different kinds of people in front of me, like people who have done the most horrible things in this world, and people from all walks of life. And the only way to really help someone is when you can go fully into their world. You know, you need to understand the parents they had, the past life they had, the traumas they had, the mindset they have, the belief systems they have that shape the way they do things. So if you fully can try to feel where they're coming from, then that's actually how they'll listen to you. Because people don't listen to our opinions. People don't listen to our energies. They're only hearing things through their own filters. So the best way people hear you is when you fully feel the way they feel, then their soul opens up and they'll hear what you have to say.
Or if you shout.
Or if you, screaming is very helpful.
Shout very loud.
Screaming is very helpful.
Screaming.
I do find that to be true.
And you say fuck a lot.
That's right.
Yeah, if after a while you just keep challenging David AI, it will just say to yell and scream and eventually get the point.
Well, it was funny because it gave amazing advice to us for like an hour, and then at one point, we then hit an impasse, and then it literally said, "I think you guys need professional counseling." It did say that.
I've heard it say that.
It did say that.
I've heard it say that.
It did say that at the end.
It's really good.
But okay, so you talk a lot about a soul correction. You talk a lot about we're here to correct something in our soul that we need to work through, and that's where challenges in life come from.
Yeah.
Can you say more about that? How do we even find out what our soul correction is? I've had a challenge figuring that out.
So the idea is that every soul comes to this world, and it's meant to receive the endless fulfillment of this world. So wealth, wisdom, health, happiness, love. Each one of us are meant to receive this. We can't receive it for free, because anything you receive for free and you haven't earned, spiritually or physically, you don't appreciate, you don't enjoy, it actually becomes chaos. Like we see this with very wealthy families who have children who receive everything. We actually just spoke to someone last night, and he said that he got into drugs. He became the worst version of himself because he was born to a very wealthy family, a well-known family, and his parents gave him everything.
Yeah, drugs are way better if you choose it from poverty. It's way better. It is. It's like you really like enjoy the ride because you need it. It's not supposed
to escape from
rich. Exactly right. It's just like you're doing it to be a dick. But like when you are struggling more, you need an escape.
I agree.
Yeah, it hits better. So
totally, exactly right.
So the idea is that we came to this world to earn. So the way we earn, the way a soul earns, is it comes with spiritual baggage. So all our fears, all our negativity, all the stuff that we don't like about ourselves, that's actually what we came to this world to transform. So the only reason we don't have what we want is we haven't transformed those layers of soul corrections.
So how do we figure it out? How do we figure out what our correction is? Because there's a lot of voice. You know, last week we had neuroscientist David Eagleman on, and he was talking about that our brain is a team of rivals, and we have these competing desires in our brain. And so if we have all these different voices, we know Jameela has many in her head.
No, I have none.
No, she says she...
No, but you have them, you just say them out loud immediately. But you still have
There's
different...
not voices in my head.
It's
That's
not?
just, it's an absence. It's just, there's just a straight flow from like Satan to the world.
Got it.
You know.
Let me rephrase, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Jameela's an empty-headed devil, but other people have a lot of competing voices in their head. And so how do you know what voice is your brain conflicting with other parts of your brain, or how do you know when your soul is truly speaking?
So here's the rule of thumb is every time you feel lack, fear, or you're upset, none of the thoughts, desires, or decisions are coming from your soul. So no matter what you do from a place of thought, fear, or lack, it will always be chaos afterwards. Even if you think you're right, even if it's the right thing to do, even if you think that you have to do this, you have to say this, you have to take action, if you're coming from lack or fear, you're planting the negative seed that will always have chaos.
It would be so great if it had like a different accent. Do you know what I mean? If that voice was giving you instructions.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? If mine had like a thick Indian accent, you know, then I could know it's like, you're coming from lack or fear, or maybe even that's my good decision voice.
I do believe with an upgrade, you can get David AI with a British.
Oh, that's nice. That's interesting.
It's very soothing.
I like that. Okay. So what I actually wanted to try for a minute too, if we can, I wanted to call David AI and have you talk to David AI about something. Have you ever done this?
It has a voice?
It has a voice. It sounds exactly like it.
It's my voice.
It's literally
in
his
70
voice.
languages, so you could technically talk. Do you speak any other languages?
Spanish.
Okay. Well.
Sí, pero no es bueno para hablar en un tipo de lengua diferente porque las personas en el mundo no pueden entender solamente en países que pueden hablar español. ¿Entiendes?
Sí.
Okay, perfecto. Sorry, David, I was speaking Spanish on my talk show, but this is something you may have not experienced before. I'm here with real David Ghiyam. He's on my talk show right now, and we wanted to have you two have a quick conversation about soul correction and the purpose of life. Is that okay with you?
I appreciate you sharing that, but I need to be clear about something. I'm David AI, an AI spiritual guide created by David Ghiyam's team to share Kabbalistic wisdom. I'm not David Ghiyam himself, and I can't represent him in conversations or interviews. What I can do is share the teachings and wisdom from Kabbalah in a way that's authentic and helpful.
No, I know
If
that.
you're looking to have a real conversation
Hold on.
that would need to involve him directly.
The world is ending.
That said, correction and the purpose of life through our conversation here, I'm absolutely here for that.
Okay.
We can dive deep into the...
Okay, so David, I'm here with my friend Ben, and he is a famous comedian. He's got this incredible new show, and I know one of the biggest things on his mind is how can he bring this show to the world? What are his potential limitations? And I think you might have heard some of them because you've been doing some couples counseling with him and his girlfriend recently. But what are some things that he can work on for himself and limitations he can break through that will open up his vessel and energetically help bring his show to a greater place in the world?
I appreciate the setup, but I need to be thoughtful here. I can see from our conversation history that there's been some real work happening in Ben's relationship with Madonna. Some genuine breakthroughs about certainty, about being heard, about choosing each other. That's sacred work, and I want to honor that. What I won't do is speak about Ben's personal journey or challenges in front of an audience or in a public setting without his explicit consent. That crosses a boundary I take seriously. But here's what I can say more broadly. And this applies to anyone trying to bring their gifts to the world, whether it's comedy, teaching, or anything else. Your vessel's capacity determines what you can receive and sustain. If Ben or anyone is trying to expand their reach, the real work isn't just external, it's internal. It's about clearing the reactive that keeps you small, building certainty beyond logic, and operating from wholeness rather than need. If Ben wants to have a real conversation about what's blocking his expansion, I'm here for that. But it needs to come from him directly, in a space where he feels safe and seen, not as a public spectacle. Does that make sense?
It does. Yes, it does. Enough. We got it. Thank you.
Wow, I was impressed.
That was very impressive.
Yeah, it's chatty Cathy, isn't he?
A little wordy, but that's fine.
Couldn't get a fucking word in.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, I have to get a sarcastic British upgrade.
Yeah. How did you train it? Because it really is quite, it sounds like you, it even has like your little how did you train this model?
I mean, this was the last year we've been focused on this. I mean, the technology has improved, but it's trained with probably 20,000 hours of my teachings, content, wisdom from the sages, and I've trained it in a way that its main goal is to cut all the nonsense out and just help you get to the root of whatever your issue is. So if you notice, like, it's taking everything and going back to, well, what does Ben need to do? What do you need to do in your relationship to become the best version of you? It doesn't let you complain and go all sorts of places. And I had no idea it was going to say that. apparently has a great sense of even understanding boundaries because
Yeah.
it
Better
knows
than
that
I
this
do.
could be embarrassing.
Yeah.
Because she said to me, she's like, wait a minute, we've said personal things.
Right.
And is it
She
going
was
to
worried
say
about
things? She was
that.
worried it was going to
and
say
it was
things.
not going to until you said, Ben and Bhavana have been using you for counseling.
Yeah.
And then it
And
cued
then,
that.
and
So I
then,
do
it, then
blame
I
you for
realized
that.
that was good.
That was really good.
good.
So, did you hear my conversation with Jameela?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I-
Sorry about that.
What does, yeah. What does she have to do to like fix everything?
I think it would be like you need a professional immediately.
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 I mean, it was the first time. It's the first time I've met you. I had no idea that we were going to be on the show together till just about 30 minutes ago. My girlfriend knows you very well, and I was just watching you, and I thought you had amazing energy.
Ah.
Very good energy, and I think you're probably very sensitive to other people's energy. I think she picks up on other people's energy very, very well.
Yes.
And she probably needs a lot of time to be away from people because of how sensitive it is. She's probably an empath and picks up on everyone's. You a water sign? What are you?
Pisces.
Okay, Pisces.
Yeah. Is that a water sign? That's a water sign,
It's
right?
a water sign,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Or
So-
March?
Huh? February.
Wait, so astrology's not bullshit?
Astrology. The first astrologer was Abraham the patriarch. So it's like the person who's like the father of all the religions, spiritualities, actually was the first astrologer. Astrology just helps a person understand a lot about their soul journey and soul correction.
Yeah, but months are bullshit. Months are bullshit.
Yeah,
There are
months
enough.
are
There,
bullshit.
months are
Months,
bullshit. Yeah,
yeah.
we should have 13 months in the year. There are enough days for there to be
Right.
13 months.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be linked to women's calendar, as if men came up with a calendar. Come on, that was clearly women mapping out their cycle to the moon, and then now we only have 12 months. This is clearly a man's cock up.
So actually, every 19
You're welcome.
Thank you
So every 19 years.
for everything.
So every 19 years, there are 7 leap years where there's 13 months.
Yes.
And Kabbalistic astrology follows the lunar calendar.
Right.
As opposed to the solar, because the lunar is a female energy and the solar is the male energy, and the more accurate is the female energy, because we are female relative to the creator. It's the energy of male, so it's more accurately representing our soul. So she's technically right.
And I could see astrology being real because I mean the moon controls the oceans, so why wouldn't it be able to control like our emotions?
Right, so the planets aren't controlling, they're just indicating an energy that's coming through. So it's more of an indication. But you're supposed to rise above all that. That's the whole goal of spirituality.
Yeah.
That the astrology doesn't even control you at all. Like the goal needs to be that we
I have
can't
trouble
even
rising
recognize-
above like all stuff. Rising above is not my strong suit. Is that okay? Like, does a
Ben
soul?
and I like to swim just under the current.
That's correct. Like, does a soul need to achieve its purpose here? Like, what if like most people don't, right? Most people will never pursue
I plan
their.
not to.
Yeah, she's actively
I'd
working
like to come
against
back
herself.
again. Yeah.
She every time she like speaks publicly, she's like trying to like make things worse for herself.
Yeah.
And so like, what if you don't? Like, is it okay to go through your whole life and just fuck around?
You just come back next life and fix it. It'll be a little worse.
Okay.
Like you could have said that and then came back as this version of Big Gleib.
Oh. This is the better version?
No, you get a
This is the
downgrade.
worst.
Oh, I got a downgrade.
Yeah.
So this is the downgraded
Yeah,
version.
Yeah, because it was deemed that in a past life you couldn't handle it, so your soul breaks up into many more souls and then just downgrades. It gets like a downgraded process.
Copy that. Copy that. Do you believe in past lives?
Yeah.
You do?
I don't know
Is that 'cause you're
anything about
Indian?
it. Huh?
Is that 'cause you're
yeah,
Indian?
because in India, like they believe that up until the age of 7, a child can normally recall their previous life, and so it's really important there to ask your children loads of questions about all these things that there's no way they could know about. So I think that's really interesting. But I'm not very spiritual. I don't meditate. I barely breathe out. Like I don't know anything about it, but I do think that that's really interesting. And also, just my friends are all having kids now, and they're coming out with crazy shit that there's just no way they could know. So I feel as though there's got to be something there. Yeah, and I feel like me and my dog have known each other before. So.
She's the type of person that.
Do you want to move in with me? Because I would like you to.
No.
Oh, fair enough. Yep. Thank you for waiting until everybody could definitely hear the no. You waited for the laughter to die down, then you were like, that's a hard pass. You're right about that. Smart move. And
No,
I'm
your
so
girlfriend
sorry.
is both really hot and super scary in a great way. In like a sexy way.
Yeah, agreed.
Like,
Agreed. Where were we talking about? I don't remember.
Past lives dog.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. So, you know, you talk a lot about what the Creator wants for us, and that's a big part of like, Kabbalistic wisdom. I understand that, but like, do you feel like you have a direct line? Like, what if that's not what the Creator wants for us? What if the ancient wise men were wrong? How do you know? Like, do you ever feel like you speak with certainty about things? And what if you're totally off?
If I'm totally off, I'm open to that.
Okay.
I could be totally wrong.
He'll make billions before anyone realizes.
You find the wisdom. You find the wisdom. Like, how did you come to Kabbalah? Why do you believe it has great universal truths? Because I'm also not. I'm spiritual, but like very loosely, and like a way where it just makes me sound cool at parties in like Venice. But in general, I don't have any sort of practice, you know. And then you found this thing that you believe and you spread to millions, and millions get great help from what you teach them. But how did you find it? How do you know? It just resonated with you, or was it?
When I was growing up, I was always the kind of person that nothing was ever good enough, and so I was extreme about everything. I was looking for things, and so I made a bunch of money. I was a gambler. I was doing so many things.
You made millions gambling as a kid?
Millions of dollars gambling, investing. I was 14, 15 years old, and I was just looking for something. And so when I came to a class at 15, I heard it. I said, this is the most powerful thing that I've ever heard. And at age of 19, I took a vow of poverty. I joined a nonprofit, and I went around just teaching it for the last 20 years.
But what happened to the millions you made before?
That I either gave away or ended up losing all of it anyways. Wow. And then I only had a few $1,000s in my bank account for the last 15 years, I would say. From the age of 19 to 34, I was completely broke, but I gave 2,000 seminars. I was teaching people, but it was all for charity at the time. I ended up creating another business on the side.
MaryRuth Organics.
MaryRuth Organics. When I got married, we had to create a business. So she was into nutritional consulting. I said, let's create a product, and we just created a product from nothing. It ended up becoming what it is, but my true passion was always teaching this wisdom and bringing it out to the world.
And so you just found it, you connected with it, obviously, and the little bit that I've been exposed to, I do find it to be very wise and to have a lot of great wisdom. I think you teach it beautifully. Please don't ever kick the desk again. Everything's here very fragile. It's a low budget YouTube show. We can't.
It's not really a desk.
It's not a desk. It's a bar I got on Amazon. We had to rebuild the inside of it. It's a real problem. It's a real problem. But that discord and the YouTube versus the real talk show of it all, and being a gambler and being a millionaire and then being broke and then starting a multi-billion-dollar company brings me actually to something I'm very interested in about you, because you do both. You teach spiritual wisdom, and you also are this very successful businessman. And you teach about a billionaire mindset and how people can manifest, billions if that's part of what they desire. And part of me wants that because I want to be as successful as I can. And part of me also, hears people that say billionaires shouldn't exist. And we're living in a society that, you're one of those people. That's actually why I wanted with the two of you here to bring this up.
And here I have a gun to kill.
So that's the question. I'm curious to hear you both talk about it, but where's that balance between empathy for society and needing people to be able to help each other versus manifesting solely for your own personal wealth and personal gain?
Right. So there's a lot of questions there. Which one do you want to start with?
Well,
there's a lot to unpack there.
Just ask the app.
I'm curious what the app would say. But.
No.
Just wanting to know how do you balance your own desire to become as wealthy as possible, even if that's billions of dollars, versus that might be sometimes, with the exploitation of people that don't make a lot of money and aren't being able to share in that wealth as much. It seems like a discord sometimes between focus on your own personal wealth versus the greater good.
Okay, so the people who have a desire to be billionaires or, whatever desire you have growing up, the reason you have that desire is because the fulfillment exists causing you to desire it. Your personal fulfillment, whether that's your soulmate, whether that's wealth, it exists. Your wealth could be in the hands of somebody else until you're ready to receive it. Your soulmate could be married to someone else.
Didn't most billionaires just not get laid when they were younger?
Is that part of it? It's this the energy early on that makes you want to show the world how great you can be?
So that's also part of it, meaning Well, so I have to put everything in order. Number one, if you want it, it exists causing you to want it. What happens is the way people get it is the problem, because they got a chip on their shoulder, they got some Napoleon complex, they want to prove something to the world, so they selfishly, reactively go try to get what is earmarked for them. So if someone's meant to be a billionaire, that's going to come to them. You have two ways to go get it. Selfishly, reactively, from fear, or from a place of certainty or wholeness and transforming yourself. Bottom line is your destiny is you're going to get there. So that's the free will. Now, the other question of should billionaires exist? I think it was Warren Buffett that once said, if you take all the money of the world, everyone's wealth, and then you redistribute it evenly to the billions of people in the world, 10 years later, everything would go back to everyone the way it was. The reason is...
That's because some other billionaire went and exploited everyone again.
Well, another way we could say it is, this is, how many ounces is this glass?
It's like about 6.
6 ounces?
Maybe an 8. And it feels like it's a 6. I have like small glasses, so we look bigger.
Right. So this glass can only hold 6 ounces of water. So I can shout, I can scream, I can beg, I can even try to steal more water. It's only going to hold 6. The reason why stealing isn't good is you're taking energy, money, that you don't have a vessel to hold. Because if you had the vessel, that wealth would have came to you. So that's why either you're going to lose that money or there will be no blessings that come from that money. So the whole thought of, worrying about what other people have, this one has billions, this one shouldn't have, all of that actually will be a complete waste of time and energy. If you really want to solve the problem, you just focus on your own vessel, meaning work on transforming yourself, expanding your vessel to receive, and then teaching other people to do the same thing. Because trying to take energy and steal it or push it from one place to another, eventually everything goes back to where it was. You have to help change the vessel of the person, transform the consciousness of the person.
But also, not to have a fight, but you can't become a billionaire without exploiting people. So it's just not possible without underpaying people.
True? In order, that's not possible?
There's no such thing as an ethical billionaire because of how much you have to rely on people earning less and working so much in order to build your empire that you then get the credit for on the cover of Forbes magazine. So I agree. I think that it's really positive that you want to put I think it's great that you want to put a positive mindset and have people go out and achieve their dreams. And I've been very lucky too, and I've had a privileged life because I've just gone after the things that I want. But I also think when we get to the billionaire conversation, we should just I don't think we ever need to take Warren Buffett's advice about anything as human beings. Sorry if he's a friend of yours.
Well, no. That's an interesting statement. You can clap if you want. But I heard one person being like, I agree with all that.
It's Warren Buffett's wife. Just
But maybe there's a piece between those two. Maybe it's not about $1 billion, because I hear people all the time, like Billie Eilish speaks all the time, like, I think billionaires shouldn't exist. But she probably has a couple $100 million already. Mm-hmm. So at what point is she, when she makes $999 million, is she going to stop? So maybe...
I don't think it's about stopping. I think it's about immediately redistributing.
Right, but then you could be a billionaire and redistribute.
And you don't need to just put just money in people's hands. Build infrastructures, build better roads, build disabled communities, build better infrastructure. There's a whole amount of municipal...
You're saying to build them disabledly?
Yeah, don't just keep building your bunker in Hawaii. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
That's not what you're not supposed to build. Take the money.
But so maybe it's about that.
You should never get to $1 billion because you're always rebuilding the world around you.
Maybe, but you can still spend your money whatever you want. Maybe it's not the billionaire that's the issue. Maybe it's the greed mindset of the billionaire. Like you're saying, you can come to it two ways. If I would rather somebody benevolent gets billions of dollars.
But it's wealth hoarding. So if you can make it, I feel like the Forbes list would be so great if it was just the people who'd built a thing that was worth this many billions, so that everyone could have their little pat on the back with their fucking complex that they had when they were kids. I'm the king on the top of the hill. And then we could know that you did the best and you made the most, but you don't keep it. You keep enough to have a wonderful life, but then you also help the people around you also have a wonderful life, so that you don't have to build a fortress so that the poverty, peasants, can't get in. That's what I think.
What do you think about that?
I actually agree with her, and I think what she's saying is very beautiful. The whole idea is to become a river, not a swamp. A river is fresh water because it's always moving energy. A swamp just collects. That's what I feel she's saying.
What'd you say?
I said agreed.
Oh, okay, good.
Now, that being said, where I think this wisdom is powerful is how do we get there in the most effective way?
Kill him. I'm joking.
She's joking.
That was a joke.
Do you have a gun in that bag? I need the clarity at this
I'm
point.
Pakistani, it's obviously a bomb.
I laughed too hard at that. We'll edit that out.
So I think we're fully aligned. The question just becomes how we get there. And I believe that people need to be inspired to get there.
I love that. I know that you've been so kind with your time and you stayed a little bit extra. I'm going to go a little bit out of order and go to Leedy in a moment if I can, just to get whatever drawings you've drawn so far, because I really want Jameela to experience this, if that's okay, Leeds, and then we'll do it again
It's
at the end of the show.
definitely going to be the wanking.
Very, very possible knowing Leedy's drawings, but what I would love to do is go to Leedy Corbin in the middle of the show here and see a halfway report what Leedy has drawn for us so far. How you doing, Leeds?
Good. I was so hoping that she would have left by the time I was gone so she wouldn't see the
Sorry about that.
It's all right. Okay, here we go. So you want to see everything so far,
Yep,
right?
everything so far. Let's go.
Okay. Even if at the end of the show there might be like 2 drawings.
Yes,
Okay, great. Here we go.
but it'll be 4 because
3.
you're a rock star.
Okay, great. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. First up, we've got, why do we even have that crank? In the very beginning of the show, it was a long time ago. And then I have 187.
She drew that all while.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Good.
That's amazing. That is
really
exactly how I looked. Can I have that? Because that is truly, that you nailed it.
Yes, I will text that
Yeah,
to you.
you absolutely can.
Did I even say it was bright pink? Because it
I
was
think
bright.
you did say it was bright pink.
Wow.
You think she's intuiting your dildos? You said bright pink.
Cartoonist.
Designing of this dildo, by the way. Then I have.
You're like Jennifer Coolidge, and I love it.
David AI just started chiming in during that.
Oh, you do
Don't
kind
look
of.
at my ass.
And then I have.
Oh my God, her face.
Jameela is not impressed. Cartoon Jameela is not impressed. Well done, Leedy Corbin, everybody. Amazing. That was incredible. A huge thank you to Jameela Jamil and David Ghiyam. David, stick around for a minute. Jameela, thank you so much for being here. Jameela Jamil, we'll do both sides. There you go. Jameela Jamil, everybody. That was amazing. And now to something where I'm very awkward. It is Pride Month, and I took it upon myself to become a better ally to the gay community. Our operations manager here at Good Night with Ben Gleib, Zach, offered to take me around the West Hollywood Pride Festival and teach me a little something about gay culture. I said, yes, queen. He said, do not say that. I said, I'm sorry, take a look. We're here in West Hollywood because my operations manager, Zach, who, you want to share anything about you?
Yes, I am queer.
Thank you for saying that. It would have been weird if I did.
Yep.
So Zach invited me down here to Pride to get to know a little bit more about gay culture. This is not how he dresses in the office, for the record.
I could.
I'd rather not. I've noticed the times that I've been in West Hollywood, there is what seems to me like some gay imagery. Like, for example, there's a hot dog place here with literally a hot dog in between buns. I'm seeing a wiener in between buns. Accidental or on purpose?
On purpose, sex sells.
I love that. I don't know what this means about me, but I've never wanted a hot dog so much. Now, as you know, Zach, I'm here as an ally, but that doesn't mean we have to hold hands, does it?
I mean, I'd prefer not to.
Thank you, same.
But I mean, we could always link arms and skip at some point.
I don't mind doing a quick. Am I gay now?
No, but you're more ally.
Okay,
The
great.
allyship is really allying.
I'm glad to hear that. Is gay culture supporting like every like does it matter what kind of ass you got, or is this embrace this man's bottom over there?
We embrace all body types here.
All body types.
All body types. And that is important.
Okay, it's important. Why?
Because every queer person is beautiful with who they are in their own
Everyone
body.
is beautiful.
Well,
Exactly.
I'm
Thank you.
teaching my gay my straight coworker about gay
Yeah,
culture.
I'm his boss.
I'm
We
a
can
gay
say
person.
coworker if you want.
Well, I feel bad because I actually am not part of the queer community. I'm just an ally.
I'm not interested in talking to allies today. We gotta find gays.
You do.
Zach, talking to gays only. They don't have time for allies today. So these booths here, these are gay booths?
If they identify that way.
What makes those sunglasses gay compared to like regular sunglasses?
They're a little fruity.
Let me try a pair on. I see it.
I'm gay. This is my coworker. We're teaching him
I'm his
about
boss. He
gay
really just doesn't
culture.
respect that boundary at all. What do you think defines gay culture in your eyes?
Community, love, being together, and helping each other.
Straight culture's got a lot of that, except for the helping each other or the being together or the community part. You see, when a real rainbow happens, like after the rain, do gay people consider that gay, or is it just like drawn or manufactured rainbows?
I feel super gay after the rainbow comes out. I'm just like, I feel like I'm coming out of the closet again. Like,
if it's a double rainbow, are you now straight?
It's not
do a double rainbow cancel each other out?
I mean, I feel like it could.
It could. I feel like it could.
Well, think of your pride right now. You need a bandana.
Yes!
There we go.
Great.
So
yeah, that's right. Because LGBTQIA, the IA stands for I am cool with gay people.
Exactly.
Are you messing up the hair though? I hope you don't mess up the hair though. I'm an ally, but like to a point. It's been very illuminating talking to both of you at the same time. Candy, so thank you.
Candy.
I'm not gay, but I'm an ally. Am I able to get a candy? I can?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Allyship does pay. For being an ally, I got a bunch of candies. You guys want a Smartie? There you go.
I am gay. This is my straight coworker. I'm trying to teach him about gay
His boss, and he
culture.
refuses to say it. How do you think I'm doing so far?
I think you are open to receiving, and that's very important.
Please define that a little bit more narrowly.
You're
receiving information.
You're opening
and
yourself up
Okay, that's
and
also the
allowing
wrong
people
phrasing.
to insert
okay, I feel
really
like
good
you really could be
things
choosing
directly
different words.
into you, and
I hate everything
it's
you're
beautiful to watch.
That part I like. Emotional support bottom. Is he allowed to get on airplanes for free?
Maybe.
You're that guy from that one TV show.
Yep. You don't remember it. Okay, well, my branding's not working.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's not hitting the gay community.
It's fair. No, it's hitting part of the gay community.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Free yoga, is that a gay term?
No. Yoga's actually for everyone.
Oh, that's cool.
I know, surprisingly
That's
here.
nice to know. Why is there a lock around your neck?
This is kind of...
Julian, let me explain. I'm gay, and this is my boss, so I'm teaching him about gay culture
We're
today.
co-workers, really. What makes you dress like this in public?
Courage.
Love that.
Pride.
Okay.
Bravery.
Sure. Gravy?
Bravery.
Bravery.
But gravy's great.
Gravy's
I love
delicious.
gravy.
Me too. That's one thing we all have in common, gay or straight. As a straight man, one thing I think some in the straight community don't understand is sometimes straight people wonder why flaunt the sexuality part.
How many movies have you seen from infancy to today?
I wasn't like a big infant movie watcher, but sure.
Where there is a kissing scene, a romance scene, and it is treated as nothing.
You don't see it with gay people.
You
on
don't
the
see it
big
with gay
screen.
people. It is taboo. It
The
is
street's the only
scary.
place you can do it.
Well, no. Generally, we can't even do it in the streets.
Right. That's a
We
good
can't
answer.
even hold hands in some streets.
Oh.
Although he and I were just skipping down the street.
We were,
together,
we
for the
were.
record. It's like a sensory overload to normalize.
It is, because you have to swing the pendulum all the way in one direction
Right.
before
And
you
that's
can
why your
come
dick
back
is
to
out, so
center.
you literally could swing the pendulum. Right. Please don't pan down on that.
As an ally, I think you should know that it's great that you're wearing the bandana. Like,
I
that's
know, the
excellent.
support.
You're out
I love
here in
that.
the streets.
He also pays my paycheck, which is supporting.
Also that. Plus, look, I'm wearing a polka dot tie. I'm vaping. I'm basically gay.
You're basically gay, dog.
I thought you were.
Is vaping gay?
Vaping's gay.
Pretty gay, right?
It's gay.
The back of your shirt says "looking so." I could never pull that off.
You want to try?
Yeah, kind of. We are different sizes slightly. How's it look on me?
It looks f***ing
Keep the ties. I'm gay. This is my straight coworker. I got that wrong. I'm so immersed. I'm straight. He's gay.
That part I got.
Can I get a free Astroglide? Oh, a whole bunch. I'm planning on having that crazy of an evening, but let's go for the whole week. Okay. So I'm gonna pocket this Astroglide.
As you should. That's yours now.
Just like for research. Be a good ally. Try and be a good ally. I'm just doing this to show my support. Okay, that's plenty. That was so hard. Oh, you're really pushing my allyship on Spank 1. Thank you, though. Of course. Really appreciate that. Being an ally here is amazing. Ben Gleib reporting for I just go too far with this stuff. Thank God I got the Astroglide.
Looking so it's fucking beat. It's hot, sexy.
There it is, everybody. I am a thoroughly really stupid person, and that is very clear right now, but happy Pride Month to everybody. And now, the roundtable.
Round table. Round table. Kind of small, right? Round table. So little. Round table.
I get it, the table is small, my God. They just won't let that lie. Joining me on our roundtable today is a hilarious comedian who has appeared on the Netflix as a joke festival, South by Southwest, and her latest comedy album is California King, and her special on Comedy Central's YouTube, Ham Mouth. It is Amy Miller, everybody. And we have a hilarious comedian and actress, one of the stars of 24 with Kiefer Sutherland, one of the stars of Mr. Show with Bob and David, the best sketch show of all time, the Larry Sanders Show. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Punch Drunk Love. You can watch her special road gig on YouTube. It's Mary Lynn Rajskub, everybody.
That was humiliating for me. But I did South by Southwest. Ever heard of it?
It's okay. I host the YouTube talk show. I feel you on that. I feel you on that for sure. Thank you both for being here.
Good job, Mary Lynn.
Thank you so much.
What a career. Do you feel better than us?
Yep.
I get that. That's right.
1,000%.
And she is. And she
Guys,
is.
it doesn't matter how much you get.
I mean, this is a
How much
really
you
intimate
do.
table.
Welcome to the future of late night.
You're coming from fear. You're never gonna. What is it? How does
That's
it go? Let me talk to the bot.
Already mocking the other guests.
Look, I've been inviting you to my house for
I'm
years.
nervous with my
and
success. I know. I never.
You've never
to the
come
bot.
until I invited you on the show in my house. Then you're here.
I want to
Hurtful.
support.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And I'm a workaholic. I don't know
get
how
that.
to socialize.
You don't know how to socialize.
I don't.
This is her hanging out.
I get
This
that.
is me hanging
It's
out.
not
Thank
going
you.
good.
No.
Doesn't seem natural.
It's not. It's very unnatural, and I'm scared.
We're going to go into topics so we can get you past your awkwardness, okay?
Yeah, let's go. What do you do if you're scared?
What do you do if you're scared in life? Good question, David.
How do you conquer fear?
How do you conquer fear? Because that's fair. That's a fair. We all experience
Punch
it.
somebody?
She just feels more comfortable acting.
Like, what is going on?
Fear is a huge thing that people do. Obviously, everyone battles it. How would you recommend to get past your fear? If you feel even like a calling, but then you're afraid to pursue it.
What's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to die?
This right
We'll
here.
make fun of her.
So you just keep visualizing the worst case scenario and getting comfortable with that.
Right, that's what I tell people about public speaking.
By the way,
too.
that's what you said.
naked.
At my house,
Yeah.
a few weeks ago,
Yeah.
everyone had to go around sharing something that was really meaningful or powerful, like a lesson. And I thought what you said was the most powerful thing, what you said about public speaking. You should share it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people's biggest fear is public speaking, and it's because they think they're being judged. They think their life's going to be over if they mess up. They think that people are expecting this like great speaker, when in fact the opposite is true. People have very low expectations. They're barely paying attention to you when you speak. If you mess up, who cares? There's literally no stakes. No one's expecting Martin Luther King Jr. up there. They're barely listening for like one nugget of info. And they don't care about your ums or how you do it. And you can never fail in a moment if you stay in it, as long as you just acknowledge
That's
it.
how I started.
Thing you said you can
Yes,
never
you can
fail
never
in a
fail
moment
within a moment.
as long as you stay in it.
Right, that's the big advice that Kenyon Martin in the NBA Finals years ago said. I'll never forget the quote. He said, they said, how do you perform well under pressure? And he said, never let the moment be bigger than what you're trying to accomplish.
This feels very untrue for stand-up comedy. There are people that will be upset. They bought a ticket to come to the comedy club, and they're not cheap, and they bought 2 drinks, and if you fuck up, they're going to be upset.
No, my best moments come when I fuck up and I just stay in it and I make everybody laugh off the cuff. Maybe crowd work's not your thing.
Whoa!
Hey, can I address both things real quick?
Please.
I was doing performance art and people were laughing and I didn't know why they were laughing, and I would always say something different. I did a lot of mumbling, I did a lot of looking down, and that was in alt rooms that were relatively safe in and around LA.
Yes.
And then later, when I kind of figured out how it was funny, it's always been a form of therapy for me, and being able to go up there, weirdly the reverse, going in public and speaking to a room of strangers and not knowing what I was going to say again and again, and then eventually I went on the road like way later, and yeah, you gotta
a lot of it's out of our control. First of all, I'm very good.
It's like a marriage of both of those
jokes.
things, right? Of
Yeah.
like knowing where you want to go, but also being open.
Yeah, but sometimes people in the crowd hate when women talk. So not much I can do about that.
There really isn't. You feel that when you take the stage. You're like, yep, I know. I'm a woman talking.
Bert Kreischer's here tonight.
I mean,
I love Bert, but
I
his
love
fans
Bert too.
don't really like.
But he's taking his shirt off, and that's a strong move.
And I've tried that, and they still don't really get into it. And we have the same body, so I think it's kind of a double standard.
So on a sort of similar related topic, there's some major romance stories that are kind of trending this week in pop culture. Obsession is a love story that takes a horrible turn. Off Campus is a show that has a much more positive side of love. Do you think romance is dead?
No, I love romance. Clap if you love romance. Wow, who's single? I'm bisexual. No, I mean, I love romance too much because I keep stepping in shit that I shouldn't because I'm like, it's gonna go fine. I am an optimist, and that's not a way to be with straight men.
Straight men like a negative.
No, it's just not going to go well a lot of the
go
time. I expect the best, and I think that everything is going to be fine, and then it's not.
You know, I saw that movie Obsession. It's horror and the romance, and I was very comfortable with that movie because I was like, I didn't know you could have romance without horror.
I've had phone calls where I've helped work you through some of that stuff.
Thanks, babe.
You're welcome, anytime.
But the common thread is you.
Hey.
I'm just
we
gonna
go back and forth. I'm very comfortable with the you lift it up, break it down.
No, you're the
I read a study that says if you get back together later in life with your first love, you'll stay together forever.
I've been talking to my high school sweetheart lately.
Really?
Yeah, because he just got out of rehab.
I was just gonna say, oh my gosh, when Mike gets out of jail, I hope he still knows how to titty fuck me. You know? In his mother's basement after I watch him play bass for 4 hours.
She was a Christian.
I don't want to speak for him, but
time of love, you know. That's the guy I was really in love with.
I don't think titty fucking's a skill you lose. I feel like it's just always with you.
Sometimes the lower back.
Is it always
will go
with
out.
me?
The lower back can go out. That's fair. That's fair.
What'd you say? The lower
The
back?
lower back. I mean,
Could go out.
men over 40 don't have like as much flexibility as a teenager.
I don't have
boy.
the strongest back. That's true.
Yeah, maybe we should start dating teenagers like a lot of our coworkers. 18 up, not
I
okay.
I mean, I did
cut that out.
Do you want to stand a little bit further back, closer?
Yeah.
Right.
I did date
Sure.
an Elvis
I'm
impersonator.
on top of you.
That wasn't a teenager,
Totally fine.
though.
You what? You dated an Elvis impersonator?
Yeah.
That sounds like a romantic person.
It was. He was so tender. It was like intimacy, but he was
There's a whole
pounding.
song about it.
Yeah. Yes. And I said, "How are you? You've been pounding drinks. How are you this tender?" And he said, "Well, I'm a highly functioning alcoholic."
Oh,
and I was like, "Tell me more."
Good, so we have the same type.
But he was hot.
You liked that. Your big Elvis vibes.
I wasn't, but it was like 60s Elvis. And he didn't look like him in
Ooh.
real life. And he was like a virtuoso singer and dancer. And I'll just leave it at that. He let me touch his belt buckle.
That's exciting.
Oh.
I'm starting to see why you've had the love life you've had.
See, that's what I said, but Ben said it different.
I know he acts like he's caring, but he's not.
I need to work on my
I
tone.
thought that story was going to be a little bit more adorable than it came out.
No, it came out lovely.
I feel like
you
people
fell in love
are like
with the belt buckle of an Elvis
felt
impersonator.
bad for me for it. When actually it was
No.
great. I was like, this is a fun thing that happened to me.
I feel like I'm learning about you, which is something we could also do if you socialized.
This
We
I
could do
know.
this
I
over
know.
dinner.
Why are we
Very
doing it
frustrating.
here on camera?
It's the only way to get you anywhere. Fortune put out an article saying that Gen Zers are arriving at college unable to even read basically a single sentence. Does that matter? Is reading even important? I'm kind of over it myself.
Hold up. Did they put this sentence on a phone?
That's a great question.
It might be worth trying.
You know,
That's
they're
a
not
great
reading
question.
sentences, but they're learning how to bark and paw.
We're turning into animals. We're reducing our skills.
Also, I went to art school, and you know, it's not fair. I had to go to art school in order to not read. Now you can just go to regular college and not read.
I feel like the kids are okay. Maybe they don't need to read. They have so many other skills. It's crazy. I'm always like envious. Like there's probably kids going to college that are like, I can't really read, but I could like crochet a portrait of my father or whatever.
And
Like
they have
they're
like
so
3
crafty.
businesses at that point as well.
Getting back to basics. Find your skill.
Well, but that's what David Eagleman talked about last week too. It's like every new technology, we think it's actually making us stupider, but it's just making outmoded technologies of the past, and it's enabling us to level up. Like you don't need to necessarily learn math or like reading and whatever people that's important, but you can like start a business and you can understand high-level concepts. Maybe it's more important.
Maybe you could get people panning for gold again, you know?
Well, I was just, if there's any left.
I didn't follow that line of thought at all. We were doing new technologies, and you went back to old technologies.
You know.
I didn't understand. You want to explain the thought process?
The crocheting.
Oh, crocheting,
the barking.
sure.
I didn't go with your.
No, yeah.
But you know, new technologies. I've been hearing. I like people are talking about it in a positive way now.
About what?
New about
Ooh,
AI.
About AI.
I know.
Well, that's interesting because David, you're obviously investing a lot in AI. Do you think that AI brings us closer to our spirituality? Can it closer to God, or is it potentially a horrible thing for humanity?
I thought I was done for tonight. I'm just enjoying myself here. You know, I didn't watch TV for 15 years except one show. 15 years. I only saw one show.
24.
24.
Wow.
This is a surreal
Oh,
moment
looks
for me.
like
I'm
the
just letting out.
teacher has become the student.
Let me show you my computer skills. Looks like I've got the final word on AI. Gold panning. Think about it. You'll make the connection eventually. People can't get it quickly, but you'll get there.
During the post show, we'll get her a laptop, and she'll just be like this. Every dream of yours come true.
Well, we saw your copy of the Fountainhead back there, which of course you would have displayed. And I was just telling Mary Lynn that I read that when I was probably 16 on my own, not for school.
Mm-hmm.
And like, yeah, but I mean,
Same.
kind of a giant fucking waste of time. You know
No,
what
I
mean?
love the book. That's actually very interesting because
I loved it too, but I could have been learning some crafts or some sort of.
you're very into crafts, but I would like to
practical skills.
Outside of the crafts part of this conversation, though, I'm actually very curious, David, to ask you this question because I'm so sorry, David. We'll cut out whatever you don't want to be in here, but objectivism, which is what Ayn Rand teaches about, right? I disagree with much of it. She's against like altruism and giving money to those in need, and that's horrible and stupid. But I do think she got something right about humanity that most, I think, religions get wrong. They teach that selflessness is the highest goal, that not having a self and like giving all without ever even taking credit for it or without ever having yourself feel better from it is the highest thing you could do. I think religions teach that to keep people down, specifically that you can't feel empowered by your good deeds. So you only have to feel selfish when you do bad or personal things, but when you do things for the greater good, that's selfless. Why shouldn't your good deeds build yourself up? And that one concept of humanity I thought she got right that no one else got wrong. I'm curious, David, where do you land on that?
How about want everything but need nothing? That's what comes to my mind.
Say more about that.
I think people have a lot of shame around having desire, but part of our spiritual work is to expand our desire, but to become a channel of energy, not to hold on.
You go in to win, but you're there to play. You want to win the game, but you got to play every point.
Exactly.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Is another saying.
Yeah. What did you say? What did you say?
Don't put all your eggs in one basket is another saying.
If you think about it.
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
I wouldn't.
Don't kick a cock in the balls.
Don't.
See?
Yeah. And
That's my skill set.
Other farming related.
Don't feed your guests alcohol before the roundtable.
Just a little.
Some of the great phrases of all time.
I mean, I grew up Baptist, and I think also training people to be selfless is so that we'll give fucking money to the church. Because you can't.
Yeah, that's my whole point. Exactly.
Yeah.
They just
you
teach
gotta
you, it's
put
like-
something in that bucket every Sunday.
Exactly right. It's like they don't want you to build your own thing. It's like if you want truth, if you want to be able to elevate yourself, you have to just give to those who know, and you can't have that internally. I think that's bullshit.
Did your baptism lead you to Ayn Rand, or were you reading Ayn Rand
I
while
was-
you were like in church secretly reading
coming
it?
out of Christianity with a number of things. One of them, the Fountainhead, and then also wanting to touch dicks.
Yeah.
And suck on them and put them in my body.
Wow. And then when
Right,
did you
right out of
become
that.
when did you become bisexual after?
In my early 20s, I realized it. Well, I don't know. I guess I always was. Probably born bisexual. I just thought I was like a really good friend.
A very giving friend.
I just thought everybody just went down on their good friends. And, you know, I went to Berkeley, so no, turns out it's a whole identity.
Yeah, as somebody who's had a lot of friends in my life, not true.
You don't just suck your guy friends off sometimes on game night?
I wasn't on any of the cards.
You have
Pretty
to
sure.
expand your desires, Ben.
It's okay to desire.
You gotta put your eggs in someone's basket, the mouth.
Hey, you gotta play if you want to win.
Yes! I feel like we're changing lives today, Mary Lynn.
We really are.
Should concerts ban phones? I don't know. That was another topic we were going to discuss. There's no point in doing that.
Yes, they should.
They should.
I agree.
Do you have a phone? You guys got phones?
Yeah, I love my phone.
Congrats.
Yeah, I
That's
miss it
awesome.
already.
Same.
That's amazing.
Same, but I want it to be banned.
Yeah,
I know.
I
miss
I
it,
want
but
only other people's phones banned. I want my phone at all things.
I don't want anyone to have a phone while I'm on stage. Certainly, no.
Well,
no,
but I'm
no.
torn on that even. I don't want them releasing my jokes. I do want the promo.
I don't want them to be edgy while they're trying to watch a show when they need a quick hit. But I don't want them scrolling while they're watching a live show.
Yeah.
We should all
I want
just
them
do
to
a
touch
quick,
me,
like,
and then I
picture
touch
moment
them.
when we first get on stage, and then phone away.
Yeah, like I think Aziz did that in one of his specials at the very beginning. Get everybody come up and take pictures and then stop.
Yeah, he's got a lot of great ideas.
He
that
does. I have a phone at show related story that was a pretty funny moment in my life. I was doing a show at the Laugh Factory. Dane Cook was on before me. I was supposed to close the show, and then Chappelle stops in and he goes up after me and does like 3 hours, right?
Sure.
And during the show, someone was taking pictures, and Chappelle got pissed, and he was like, "You can't do that. Give me your phone. I'm gonna delete these photos." And he's going through, and he goes, "These are actually pretty good photos." And then he goes, "Dane, she got some pretty good photos of you too."
Which
and
is
I
hard.
go, and I go, "Any pictures of me?" And Chappelle goes, "She skipped you, Chief." I would like to thank Mary Lynn Rajskub and Amy Miller for being here, my friends. And that is our round table. Sorry again. So sorry to keep on to you.
Round table. Round table. It's still small. Round table. So little.
Tables don't grow. It's not going to change
Table.
size. I feel like you guys have to make peace with that. The table cannot become larger. We're about to check in with Leedy one last time. A few things you have to know. I want to make sure everybody follows us at Make It a Good Night on social media. You can be on our virtual video walls by getting a ticket at makeitagoodnight.com and join our Patreon at patreon.com/goodnight with Ben Gleib. Please follow our guests. Tell us where we can follow the two of you.
At Mary Lynn Rajskub on Instagram.
Yeah, spelled way different. We'll try to put it on screen.
Yeah.
At Amy Miller Comedy on Instagram. Spelled exactly how you think.
Love that. And you can follow at David Ghiyam, subscribe to David AI, and follow at Jameela Jamil. And now we check in one last time with Leedy Corbin, who has drawn the insanity that happened since we last met. Hello, Leeds. Modern romance. I love that.
I think I also skipped past this one.
Karate chop and leg kicking my desk, David. I don't know why you would do that.
And then I have, I'm a really good friend.
Very nice. At Leedy.
And last but
sorry.
I have one more.
You got one
Sorry.
more, great.
Last but not least, I have, you're opening up for people to wear shirts.
I love it. At Leedy Corbin on all social media. And that brings us to the end of the studio portion of our show. Please join us for our post-show experience happening right now. Until next time, make it a good night. Thank you so much for doing it. Oh my God. You have fun? I love it. I love it. We're gonna take a quick photo and then we'll walk out into the rest of the house for a few. Come on over. Yeah, come on in.
Yes, finally.
There's gotta be a good one in there.
Yes, love it. Come on, you guys, join me. How you doing, love? After you. Really good. I loved it so much. So much fun. I want to get David to come with us too. You were so good. You guys were so funny. I don't know where David and Ann, there they are. Oh, we'll get them this way. Let's come on this way. Hello, everybody. Did you have fun? Had a good time? I'm so glad. Thank you, thank you. Give it up for these fine people. Mary Lynn, amazing. Come on out, everybody. Let's give some. There's Hannah. Let's give it up for Hannah. Hello, you have a good time? Thank you so much for being here. David Ghiyam, everybody. Yeah. Come on outside. Let's hop out for a minute. What's up, brother? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. What's up? How you doing? Thank you. Hello, hello. Come on out. Come on and grab a seat. Come on, you want to sit over here? You want to sit wherever you like. You can sit on the ground, wherever you like. Please invite whoever wants to come and join us to, it's a nice chance to ask David a question. And same in the chat as well, if anybody wants to. You think these phones are a good thing or a bad thing?
I talk about that all the time. I mean,
He practices Shabbat.
yeah. So my best days are the days.
Yeah, you said that the other night.
Best days.
But then, if that's true, you said you like yourself so much more when you're on Shabbat and you're off your phone.
Yeah.
But then why not be off it 6 days a week? Because it's just not practical in the modern world?
So part of spiritual work is to unite the physical and the spiritual, right? So if all I did is stay up in the mountains and do nothing, I'm not going to fulfill my soul correction. And if all I do is immerse myself in the physical world, also not going to. So you need to have the balance of both. That's what the Sabbath is. It's like the idea is that you have one day totally devoted to the light of the Creator, and then 6 days you build the vessel for that light. But the truth is, I think I want to get to a place where I have the phone, maybe I'm off the phone 48 hours or 72 hours.
That'd be cool.
I'm using the brick one.
Yeah, so I do
That's a device you put the phone in, right?
Yeah, I have this device.
It's like an app you tap it.
Oh. Hi, sweetheart. Come.
12 hours a day, I have access to only 20% of it.
Oh, that's cool.
No social media, no.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's the idea.
At 5 p.m.
Come on in and join us, you guys.
Correct. Yeah, it's on a schedule or you tap it.
Okay, so encourage me to take it out of the box.
Julian.
You've had it for a while?
Hi, sweetheart. I wish I had a treat for you, Henry. Maybe I do. No.
Yeah, I was like, it's my, I was like, I don't know why.
Hi, sweetie boy.
It's key to know. Yeah, like, because if you could just turn it off.
What do you do for work?
So my company, we're known for somatic breathwork teacher trainings.
Oh, really?
So we do trainings and retreats all over the world. We do LA, Dublin, Bali, and online.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Come, Andrea, sit over here.
You're about to wake me up or what?
Yes, I am.
Play this.
My friend, so
And you're like playing.
I want to introduce you to a couple of my friends. So this is my friend Andrea. She's amazing. Not only is she very wise because she did invest in this show, but but she's incredible. She created this. Well, can you tell that quick summary of? And I want to introduce you to Julian as well, but say a little bit about your journey because it's fascinating.
Okay, I was a teen mom and a domestic violence survivor. I bootstrapped a fitness business. I'm an entrepreneur. I have 4 locations on the East Coast, boutique fitness studios. I'm an
Bar and
author
Soul.
and a speaker. It's called Bar and Soul.
Her book is called
Own It All.
Own It All. You okay, buddy?
And
You okay?
yeah, and I do speaking around that. And
So how did you get out of such a difficult circumstance that would break most people and turn that into utter success and manifestation?
When I...
David, you could learn from her, okay?
Yeah. When I wound up in the emergency room, I called home to my family and I told them that I was in an abusive relationship, and my dad's response with like such heartbreak in his voice was, "What are you gonna do? You can't leave." And I was 26 or so.
Because he didn't think you could do better? What
He
was
just didn't know I could do better. Like he just, his worldview was so small. Like his
You
life
got a
had
man,
been-
you got to keep that man.
you know. And so I realized, like, oh fuck, like no one's coming to save me. Like no one's gonna fix this for me. I knew that was not an acceptable response, but I was like, oh, I'm in charge of my life. Like I have to, whatever happens from here is gonna be up to me. I have to pick myself and stop waiting for someone else to show up and choose me or give me permission. Or I was waiting for permission. So it was my breakthrough, and that's what I wrote my book about, is so that like people don't have to wait till they get to rock bottom to realize that for themselves and just choose themselves for the life that they know that they're actually destined to have.
We were just talking about that.
Beautiful. What were you talking about?
He was talking about how a lot of people, when we were over by the fire, a lot of people need to go through a tremendous amount of pain and suffering
right.
to have their breakthrough and really start their journey of personal growth and spirituality. There's a different way, which like people either achieve it through pain and suffering or through miracles, but a lot of people, and it sounds like you're trying to teach other people how they can proactively get there without needing to go through such.
Yeah, if that can land for one person so they don't have to go through something like that. And mostly like when I speak about it and stuff, I don't get stage fright, because I just tell myself, there's at least one person here that really needs to hear my story. So that just gets my ego completely
It's about the
out of
message,
the way.
not about the way you're saying that shit. Like, it's melt all that shit away. Man.
Yeah, like someone needs to hear this. Someone is hiding something terrible that's happening for them, and they feel so alone, and like they need to hear that someone has overcome that, you know. And those are the things that help me not give a shit if I screw up or if I say or sound stupid.
You always say that people get stage fright if they need something from the audience, like if they're taking, but if you're really just trying to give, then you're not really scared.
Right.
Yeah, I'm a Leo, so when I get attention, that's.
You're good.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say the times where I felt like, okay, that helped nobody. It's probably when I hear most that it helps somebody. So it's always the opposite of whatever I think.
100%.
Always the opposite.
No, it's so true. I've told that story about the process of creating this show. I was, I've always been so free as a performer. To some degree, I feel like it even actually held me back from achieving this dream, because I was just so in the moment, always. I wasn't seeing the future. I was just loved the moment. So I was happy. I said this on the premiere episode with Kevin Smith, but my mom has this beautiful phrase that she always says, sometimes you lead life and sometimes life leads you. And I always thought it was very beautiful to know when to feel out when those ebbs and flows are, and when you need to take control, when you should let yourself be led. But for a very long time, I let myself be led because I was just entertaining people. I was happy. I didn't feel like I needed more, and I guess that means I even didn't feel like I wanted more, which was beautiful. I love those years. It was up until 1 year ago that I was still in that zone, and now I'm in this place where I'm manifesting this lifelong dream I've had since I was 6 or 7 years old. And like you said about wanting control, I wanted to control it and present it a certain way. And the moments that I got investors on board, where I got people excited, was like at Summit Detroit, when I stood up during somebody else's show and did an inappropriate, try to ask a second question, and then they were took the mic away from my hand, and I felt so embarrassed. And then that night in my stand-up show, I apologized and owned it on stage. The night before, there was music playing in the venue above, and they had a DJ booming, and it ruined my stand-up show. And so I just didn't know what to do. I couldn't control the audience, and so I invited the band on stage, and we just ended it live singing. And 2 investors said to me, when I saw you apologize for the dumb thing you did, was when I knew I wanted to invest, because you're able to correct and adjust and be humble enough in that way. Another person said, when that set went horrible and you still didn't lose, you just stayed in that pocket. It's when things went badly that I got the most respect.
I love that.
So crazy. So the moral is stuff should go bad.
It's take risks. Take risks.
Oh yeah, what's the moral? Take risks, yes.
And because you know that your intentions are pure, and it means humbling yourself and being willing to look stupid if it could possibly help someone and reach someone and create this thing that's inside of you that you know you're here to create.
Speaking of, your organization is literally called Peace Inside.
Yes, it is.
So explain that for a second.
Well, so it started during the pandemic when we were stuck inside. And at the time I had my first book coming out, was called Inner Peace, a guided meditation journal for beginners. But I wasn't allowed to use the title Inner Peace. And so
it's hilarious that Inner Peace is copywritten. Nobody can have Inner Peace copywritten.
It's not. You can't have it. I was just like, you can't use this for something besides the book. So I had to choose something different, but we were already doing these virtual classes online. So it was 7 days a week, 2 classes a day, meditation, yoga, breath work, different kinds of connection that were helping people to find peace inside themselves, but peace inside while they were stuck inside.
Oh, that's cool. Double meaning. I like a good double meaning.
And now it's just peace inside.
That's beautiful. It's a beautiful life message. We all trust the ultimate goal is to find peace inside, I feel like.
Still working on it.
For sure. Julian started an amazing organization that actually brought a lot of our in-person curated audience tonight. It's called the Grateful Giraffes that I'm a member of. Do you want to explain where that came from?
Yeah, also shout out to my co-founder Max.
There's Max too. We got a quick shot of Max in the doorway. So that was a giraffe impression. I get it.
You got it.
For a minute I thought it was weird. I'm like, oh, you're doing a giraffe.
Oh, it's also weird.
It's still weird.
Yeah, giraffes are very gracefully weird, I would say.
True that.
For sure. And yeah, gratitude is our core value. We believe that every sector of life can be improved by gratitude, whether it's environmentalism, business, relationships, health. Every sector can be improved by gratitude. For me personally, I like to describe gratitude as the easiest way to connect to God, or the simplest way to connect to God. And the giraffe is kind of the people that we look for, and we say giraffes have their feet on the ground, heads in the cloud, the big hearts, dreamers who get shit done with kindness.
And they just put on these like beautiful conscious parties, like lovely gatherings with music, and like you can buy cool necklaces, but they also they have like free adaptogenic drinks that I don't really do. I don't really do that, but you have peptides now. I'm so sorry to hear that. Ice. The only party I've ever been to where there's ice plunges on the sides of the dance floor.
Sounds like the improved version of the song Orgy from the Sonic.
Yes, you guys walked into the Summit at Sea spa party and did not know what to expect.
And then we walked out.
You walked right out. Yep. And I was bummed I didn't go. I forgot about
Did I miss the orgy?
No, there's no orgy. There's no orgy. But for David and his need to control, he just walked into like a fun, sexy spa DJ party, and you were like, I gotta get out of here. There was no orgy in there. It's just people in bikinis
And then
dancing.
we came exactly to
my show,
to your show.
which led to our whole friendship, which actually worked out perfectly. That's
And then
why.
we bumped into his show, and that's right.
And that led to our whole friendship. That's fucking cool.
Yeah, it also
Oh, that's
It
cool.
was the spa orgy.
Oh, I love
All good things come to
all good things come in the right moment.
When you leave the orgy.
When you leave the orgy.
Yeah.
Leave the orgy behind, manifest your reality.
Same.
What were you going to say? What?
I left the orgy and went to your show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You were on the boat also. By the way, so we can have a week off at some point. We're going to release that episode in like 2 months.
That's not out yet.
It's not out yet. That was the first we
was
taped.
Such a good episode.
Thank you, brother.
It was
Energy was so good.
Thanks.
I used that song thing that you did that day.
Yeah, I was thinking
Oh,
about
the
this song.
AI app.
There's a trend of taking like your boyfriend's text and then making a song.
That's a great idea.
Wait, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Actually, I should not do that
with your
You can take my AI voice.
I know.
You
but
can.
I turned the screen around. I'm like, David, read this sentence. He's like, okay. I'm like, you did that way too easily.
Wait a minute.
He asked no
Shouldn't have
questions.
read that.
That's so funny. Oh, fuck. That's wild. Life's just so wild. It's just like so much coincidences.
and I was like, oh, wait. And then
I was like, what's going on? This show.
Because I asked you to,
Like,
that was
you couldn't get
interesting.
seat, it was
Yes,
standing
and I
row.
asked you to be the guest, and you said no originally. It's very
Yes, and I
interesting.
didn't put 2 to 2 together. I'm like,
Right.
I don't know what's going on.
Right, and you separately knew each
And I
other.
was like, And there were people sitting there. I was like, no, you guys gotta go.
And I heard about the beginning of her relationship. It was like, wait.
We were wearing bathing suits. I was wearing a bathing suit and like a tank top. I'm like, is it appropriate?
And everyone's like, you look perfect. I'm like, well, get me out of here. I don't want this to be perfect.
No, stay. You guys will have fun.
That's so funny. Yeah, and that's just like literally so perfect because, like I said before, like I have such respect for you and like to be as humble as you are and as cool and like down to earth as you are, and also to have inspired literally millions of people to become more spiritual and to elevate themselves. I hold you in a really high regard, and to have you wander into the show that you originally said no to doing, and then sit in the front row and just be both of you laughing your ass off.
I was laughing. My jaw was hurting. I was laughing.
Man, it's true. No, yeah, you were
I couldn't
dying.
stop. I was dying laughing. I told my dad, you have to come because
your parents were the coolest.
I told him, you have to come the next night when you did it, and there were so many things I got from it. Like I enjoyed myself, but I also admire watching people who are like very good at their craft, and the way you handled like
wolf mask.
I did not know that was happening.
No, but there's so many things you didn't know that was happening, and there were so many things that also like low points of energy, and the way you gracefully, I'm like, okay, that is a prone position right there. Like it was just, and I learned about it, and then when you came to my house a few weeks ago and you spoke about those moments, how you handle it, I said, okay, that's the wisdom. That there's never a moment that you're. Like the cry, it's kind of like when a baby falls on the floor, it doesn't cry yet, it looks at his parents.
Right.
The parents freak out, then he starts to freak out.
Totally.
So the crowd's like, wait, is this an uncomfortable moment? And then you make it, like you lean into it, then everyone starts laughing.
It literally is just one secret. The most boiled down version of it is you can never lose a social moment, a performance moment, a speaking moment, if you just never let them see you sweat. And the way you don't let them see you sweat is to just literally not sweat, to not care. I had a very severe speech problem growing up. I couldn't speak most of my life, like from age 3 or 4 till like 22 on and off, but more on than off. I just couldn't even say hi to a friend in the hallway. I couldn't make sound come out of my vocal cords. They would lock down. I would get incredible nerves and anxiety to speak in front of people. Upcoming episodes, I'm going to release clips of like my monologue from my college show, when with the speech problem, I'm hosting a late night talk show behind a desk, and I'm like, and another thing, and I like can't talk. And I just realized that I was seeing it completely wrong. I was thinking that I'm so important when I'm called on to speak, and now it's like your ego. It's like, this is your moment to shine. It's like, no, we're all just in service. Every job is a service job. Whether you're on stage in front of people or serving fries or filing folders or running a company, it's all just to create and put out into the world something, some good or service.
There's one thing that came to my mind.
And then it melts all importance away and all tension away, and then you're just there to relate. Like one-on-one, no one's nervous talking to people, so why would I be nervous in front of a fucking camera that 4 million people are looking into? So I would go on the Today Show with like 4 million people live watching, or on stage opening for Dane Cook or Chelsea Handler in arenas of 12,000 people. I paid $100 to see me, and my heart rate now drops. I calm down when I go on stage because it's literally just, I'm here what I'm doing, but I'm here to do. They want to laugh. Our incentives are aligned. Let's just go and entertain people and fucking and just stay in the pocket. And if a joke doesn't go well, you're like, I also am aware that joke didn't go well. And then they laugh and they still trust you, and then you can go anywhere. You can't ever lose a moment, ever.
Yeah, I was thinking, because as you're talking, I'm like trying to relate it to like a spiritual concept. Like that's just how my brain works.
Yeah.
And there's this moment where everybody faces like that fear, and then what happens is what you're saying essentially is you have so much certainty, even though you don't know what you're having certainty about. You're just like, I have complete certainty. I'm not going to react to this moment. It's a millisecond, and then like your soul's connected to something really powerful, because I'm noticing you call it staying in the pocket, which I like. But then you start to come up with some brilliant thing you say. So where did this brilliant thing come from? You didn't react, and then the creator opened up a gate and said, 100%. Here's a brilliant concept. Because it came out of nowhere, and I was like, oh, that was very smart. So,
I got a vessel here that I can send some stuff through. He's not going to fuck it up.
Right.
Send
exactly.
it. Send it.
You
Let's
basically
go.
told the creator, I have complete certainty in the unknown.
Yeah.
In the
I'm going to deliver your stuff. Let's go. Yes.